Most people think losing weight is about eating less and moving more. But if that were true, why do so many people struggle to lose weight? It's because our habits, emotions, and beliefs shape our actions. If we don't fix the way we think about our food, exercise, and ourselves, no diet or no weight loss result will ever stick. Mindset shift number one: stop letting your mood dictate your actions. Your mood is going to change. That does not mean your plan changes. And this is basically discipline. This is not relying on motivation to get you results. Motivation fades, discipline lasts forever. And discipline is made through habits. And in order to change new habits, you got to dig deeper within. So I was talking about this very concept on TikTok when it comes to creating habits and staying consistent. What people don't realize, it's like, oh, I struggle with consistency. Why can I not stay consistent? Baby girl or baby boy, you are consistent. The problem is you are consistent with the things that make you step further and further away from your goal. We are consistent with not going to the gym. We are consistent with eating unprocessed or processed garbage fast food. You're consistent. You're just consistent with the wrong thing. So the concept here isn't that you don't lack the ability to be consistent. You just need to shift your mind into being consistent with the things that will get you to your weight loss goals. And the same thing goes with habits. Your habits, everything we do is habit, right? You are habitually doing the things that are making you stay stuck at the weight you're at or gaining weight. The key is shifting your habit. Now, how do you do that? Our self-image dictates our life. If you believe you don't deserve it, then you don't deserve it. But if you believe you deserve it, then it will come into actuality. If you have a poor self-image, you are not going to do the things that are in line to get you closer to your goal. Instead, you are going to do the things that stray you away from your goal. And when you have a poor self-image, you're not going to be committed because you're going to have all of these thoughts, these doubts in your head convince you that you are not worth making the changes. In life, you will go nowhere if your self-image of yourself is low, if your self-approval is not there. Because if you don't have approval for yourself or you don't have that deep self-love, you are not going to stay committed to anything. You are going to struggle and struggle and struggle because commitment requires self-approval. And without commitment, you can't stay consistent. So this all comes from a journey of really diving down within yourself and meeting the dark parts of yourself that have preventing you from achieving your goals. Listen, don't get me wrong. You can still lose weight when you have a poor self-image of yourself. I did that. However, nothing was ever good enough. Even making this transformation, nothing was ever good enough. And eventually what will happen in that situation is that old paradigm, so that old programming of the beliefs you have of yourself, the limiting beliefs will take over and that weight loss becomes temporary. So to lose this weight once and for all, it's not just about the calories or the fasting or the eating the whole foods. It's really diving deep into your inner world. So let's tie this all together and how it relates to habits. So your thoughts are a precursor to action, and a precursor to your thoughts are your emotions, and your emotions are controlled by your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is related to your self-image. It's all about self-love and a self-approval here. So if we want to change our habits, we have to start with loving ourselves. And that means accepting ourselves for where we're at, but not accepting staying here. It also means forgiving ourselves for the habits we may have picked up when we were in survival mode. Forgive yourself. It's okay. But use your hardships as motivation to do better for yourself, to create better habits that will put you closer and closer to your weight loss goals, to create better habits that will put you closer and closer to financial freedom and being comfortably financially. It can happen. Remember, the circumstances don't dictate anything. Do not let circumstances fool you that you cannot change them. Circumstances are very deceiving. You can change your circumstances, and it starts with changing yourself. It's all about reprogramming your mind for weight loss. Your identity shapes your actions. Now, this can be applied to anything in life. It's not just weight loss, but since that is something I'm focused on and you guys are invested in, we're going to focus on the weight loss part. Mindset shift. Stop saying I'm trying to lose weight. Instead, say I'm a healthy person who makes smart choices. The more you reinforce this identity, the easier it becomes to make better decisions. Your brain loves consistency, so make sure your identity matches your goals. So, what exactly is manifestation? Some people think manifestation is evil. I don't know where people get that concept from, because as someone who is a believer in Jesus Christ, that's not true. Eckhart Tolle even talks about how Jesus is probably the OG manifester if you read some things in the Bible. I'm going to be doing a video on that on TikTok tomorrow explaining that, because the Bible has a lot of things like Proverbs 23:7 that says, so as he thinketh in his heart, so he is. What's the English translation of that? What a man believes in his heart is what he becomes. Manifestation is literally just using the power of positive thoughts and beliefs to achieve your goal. There's nothing negative or evil about that. I'm all about getting this toxicity out of my mind and having that growth mindset, especially for someone who has struggled with depression and anxiety all their life. What am I doing about it? I'm fighting it back by changing my self-image. It's definitely easier for a human being to think negative than it is to think positive. So this is going to take continuous lifelong work. And my biggest mistake was stopping and getting too comfortable. But in every failure is a beautiful lesson. So what many people fail to remember is that your thoughts are a precursor to your actions. So if you're thinking in a negative way, thinking in a negative way about yourself, your results, that you'll never get it, how do you think your actions will align to that? It's going to align in a negative way. So this is why the power of thinking positive is so effective, because it makes you act in a different way. There is no such thing as toxic positivity. There is nothing toxic about thinking positive. Trust me, as someone who has nearly lost it because of depression and anxiety and trauma, I can tell you that my mind kept me trapped in a very deep, dark place for a long, long time. My situation has not changed. My situation with me losing my job or leaving my job, my situation financially, it has not changed. You know what has changed? My attitude towards the situation and my view of myself, which will start to align with reality, because I will act in a way to make sure I don't stay there. Here's another mindset shift when it comes to weight loss. Embrace progress, not perfection. One missed workout or one bad day of eating or one meal does not mean you are going to fail. You'll only fail if you quit. That's the problem. People quit. That's why they don't succeed. When you fail your way forward. Keep moving until that failure gets transitioned into success, because failure is a prerequisite for success. Food is fuel and not therapy. Easier said than done, I know. But we use food to fuel us. A lot of us use food when we are emotional. Some people eat when they're happy. Some people eat when they're bored. That's not what food is for. And this shift is going to take place with your self-image of yourself, because if you improve that self-image, you're not going to turn to that vice of turning to food to make you feel better about yourself. Make food be the external circumstance that you are relying on. The self-image happens with thyself. So we're going to learn how to rely on thyself to help us get us out of these emotional situations without using food. Here are some actionable steps to help you shift your mindset and to implement the right habits. Number 1 is track everything. Track. March started yesterday, and as you can see, the most success I found on my weight loss journey was when I was a calendar hog. I was going to use another word, but basically my little habit tracker and my calendar and just visualizing everything really helps to reinforce and convert that subconscious mind. Reinforce my subconscious mind to believe that I will achieve my goals, because I will. I've done it before, I will do it again. For you, it's possible. If you've done it before, if you never have done it before, trust me, I was there. You can do it. And especially for those of us who struggle with overeating and emotional eating, tracking really helped. Count your calories. Please don't use the excuse of, I don't want to count my calories, because how do you expect to get something you never had if you're going to do the same thing you've always done? And this is about tracking calories on a consistent basis. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When you first start this, you're going to struggle. You're going to fail. Overcome that failure, because that failure is a learning lesson. Every time you fail, look at what is happening. What do you need to work on? And dive deeper on that. Do you need to work on your thoughts inside your head? Start monitoring them. Start monitoring that inner conversation within. Do you need to work on your calorie situation? Okay, there's tools you can use. Intermittent fasting, weighing your food. There are things that you can do to help you get closer and closer to your goal. If you want to find them, you will. You either make excuses or results. Another powerful tool is daily affirmations. I am in control of my choices, and every choice I make makes me closer to my goal. Mindset work, the code of persistence. If you guys have been watching my YouTube shorts, you know I've been talking about this. I will never give up, so for as long as I know I'm right. My favorite one, I will take new faith and resolution from the knowledge that all successful men and women had to fight defeat to overcome adversity. And I will fight to overcome all physical handicaps and setbacks. And I will try again and again and yet again until I accomplish what I desire. Another important thing is building keystone habits. Start with one habit at a time if you are really struggling. And the habit that I highly recommend anyone start on their weight loss journey is tracking, is making sure you are not eating more than you need to eat. Making sure that you're putting your body in a state to use fat as fuel, because nutrition is probably the most important thing when it comes to weight loss. Failure isn't fatal. Trust me, I know it's not easy. I'm right here with you guys trying to pick up the pieces. But just because you have fallen, it doesn't mean you are not capable of picking yourself back up. I've done this many times on my weight loss journey. Please have the attitude and perseverance by telling yourself that no matter how long this takes, I'm never going to give up on myself. I'm still going through a lot. My circumstances have not changed, but as I alluded to earlier, my mindset has, my attitude towards myself has. I recently just got an injection in my SI joint. I'm dealing with a lot of pain. Sitting is pretty brutal for me. But what my body's telling me is like, hey, you need to get back up, go to the gym and start building muscle again. Don't let what happened to you keep you stuck. And that is my message to you. No matter how people have treated you, no matter what situation you are in, you have the power to turn it around. Remember, weight loss is 95% mindset, 5% strategy. It's all about the mind. Mindset is everything. The way you talk to yourself, the habits you build, and the identity you create will determine your success. Now, tell me in the comment, what is one mindset shift you are going to focus on this week? I can't wait to read all of your comments. And if you made it this far into the video, just drop in the word self-approval, because we are going to work on approving ourselves. Send you guys mad love. Take care. Bye.